Hi everyone, thanks for getting your votes in as part of Learn with Aime. And after we counted the votes, what you wanted me to teach you was how to create a bag made from pre-loved garments. So yeah, upcycling your old clothes into a bag. So just a few little examples of some bags that I've made from old clothes are some kind of small denim patchwork bags. This is like a kind of tote bag. Or we've got slightly larger sized game bags. So this is a kind of box shaped bag, and again this is using like a denim patchwork technique. This is a bag made from old Sainsbury's bags, Tesco's bags, and Sports Direct bags. And then lastly, the last example is this is a little bag made from actually recycled plastic. So that's just to show that you can pretty much make a bag from any type of fabric. But today I'm going to teach you how to make a denim patchwork bag, just because this fabric's quite durable and it's very strong and sturdy. So just keep watching and then I'll let you know what you'll need to create your bag. So these are the things that you need to create your bag. So you need a bag which you quite like the shape of and what you want your bag to look like. You need some fabric scissors, some thread, you need some paper. If you've got pattern paper that's great, but if not, it doesn't matter, any sort of paper is good, and that's to make your bag pattern. You need your old jeans and also finally a sewing machine. Now we've got all our denim fabrics cut out. What we're going to want to do next is we're going to get our bag pattern and to see the sort of size of the bag pattern that we've created. And what you want to do is pick out the different bits of denim that you want to patchwork and start laying them out, playing around with different colours you want to layer on top of each other. We're then going to do this in sections, so you need to get some pins and you need to have a look and start to separate the pieces. So maybe take a picture so you know the layout, and you're just going to go in and maybe pin this first piece. So what you want to do is you're going to want to flip one over and just pin this to this. And what we're going to do is actually sew along here. So that's pinned like that. We're going to go onto the sewing machine, begin to sew, and just sew all the way along here. This bit has now been sewn, as you can see at the back. I'd normally use a thread which is quite similar to the colour of the fabric that you're using, but I'm just using white so you can see where I've sewn. So what you want to go and do now is go back to your iron, and you want to press these bits of the fabric outwards. And then after that at the front, press the front. It's just going to give it a nice finish. And then carry on with your patchwork. So start on doing the other side of the bag. So attaching these two fabrics together. So putting the fabrics front facing together and then sewing them along here, and we'll press again. And then you can start to attach this part of the fabric to this part. So carry on going ahead with that and adding all your pieces on. You're going to want to repeat this as well for the back bit of the bag, so you can have the front bit and the back bit of the bag using the same pattern piece. And yeah, start sewing those together, and then we can move on to show you how to attach the two pieces together. now that you've created your 2 separate fabrics, so this is for the front of the bag and then this will be for the back of the bag, you can now add different bits on to create different types of patchwork. So start sewing other old scraps on, or you can leave it as is. And then once you're happy with your fabric, we can then start to cut our bag patterns out. We have our 2 pieces of fabric, of patchwork fabric. We can then separately, we'll pin the bag pattern onto the first bit of fabric in the area that you want to use the most. So we're going to go sort of in this area. We're going to pin round the pattern and then we're going to cut around with our fabric scissors, and we're going to do that for both pieces of fabric. So we're going to sew these together, but firstly we want to create a nice edge for the top. So what I want you to do is then you fold this top piece maybe 1 centimetre down, like we put onto our pattern piece, and we're going to pin all along there. So folding the top bit down, I'm going to pin all along there and create a nice seam for the top bit, and that's on both bag patterns. So sew all the way along the top and you'll have just this folded edge. And then after that, like we did in the patchwork, we're going to then put the 2 bag pieces front facing each other, and then what you're going to do, will be the top edge of the bag and it will have a nice finishing on it. All we're going to then do is, with a 1 centimetre seam allowance, sew all along that seam allowance, side, bottom, side, and then turn that inside out, and then we'll have the body of the bag. So this is our inside out bag, and what we've done is we've sewn around here, and then once you turn it inside out, we are going to create a strap next. So you can follow just using 1 strap, you can do 2 straps, it's up to you, but I'm just going to follow the same as this bag. And you can use anything for the straps. So we could use our old little denim scraps which we used in the bag to create a strap. We could, if you have any sort of old tops which have straps on, you could just use that, and that's quite simple and easy to do because it's already been made for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another pair of jeans but use the side of it here. So as you can see, there's already a seam there, so we're cheating a little bit. So what you need to do is you need to measure how long this strap is. You can make it shorter, you can make it longer. And once you have that measurement, all I want you to do is then mark where the strap comes up until, and then you're going to have your strap this length. But what I want you to do is add a 1 centimetre seam allowance onto it, because we need to sew those 2 bits together to create the full strap. So we've now got our strap. We only need to sew 1 other seam. What we want to do is we're going to pin in the middle, so the seam is in the middle of the strap. Pin that strap in. I'm going to sew along around here.